money have you generated with TikTok Shop? And this is all across the board with all of your
17,000 in a month was my best.
profit, right?
Straight profit.
What do you do before TikTok?
So before TikTok, I was door dashing and I had a lawn care company. So I was working blue collar and I was also door dashing, man. And the reason that I started TikTok Shop, I was just scrolling on TikTok in my bed, and I saw a video of this kid making like 15 grand in a month from TikTok Shop. And that exact night, I took action. That exact night, because if you guys have a vision and that you think is gonna work, take action right away. Because if you don't, all you're gonna keep on doing is overthinking about it, and it's just gonna drive you farther away from taking action. When you get a sign, take action. And
what's good, guys? So basically I'm interviewing Brody, and we're basically just going to go in depth into how he's basically killing TikTok Shop with live streaming, and we're just going to go in depth into how we can basically just scale on TikTok Shop. So just introduce yourself, Brody, and yeah, let's get it.
What's up, everybody? My name is Brody Smith. I'm 20 years old. I do TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is my full-time job. That's what I do. It's led me to, a bunch of surreal things in my life, a bunch of opportunities I've made possible from TikTok Shop. And I'm just super blessed for the opportunity and happy to be here, man.
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate you for hopping on the call. It's definitely surreal what TikTok Shop has done for my life and what has done for everyone that I know. So it's definitely a killer opportunity, especially from like 2023 to 2024, 25.
It's crazy.
As well.
I personally think it's the easiest and the best online business model to start, especially when you have zero capital, because you don't have to deal with shipping. You don't have to deal with handling. You don't have to deal with labels. All you do is you get these products for free and you make fun videos about them, and then you get paid. So there's really no better business model than TikTok Shop right now. And I compare TikTok Shop now to, Amazon FBA, in 2014 or whatever, drop shipping. I think TikTok Shop is now what that is.
But the best thing with TikTok Shop is that you don't even need initial capital. Like for Amazon FBA, you need cost of goods, and then for like e-commerce, you need ad budgets, and you need a bunch of things to start up. With TikTok, all you need is just your time, and that's probably one of the best things for a beginner to go out and do. So in this case,
that's all you need, man.
One of the best ways to get started. So I'd like to go a little bit more deeper. So like in the last 30 days or just your best month in general, how much money have you generated with TikTok Shop? And this is all across the board with all of your accounts if you have multiple accounts. So yeah, throw that away.
About 17,000 in a month was my best.
Profit, right?
Straight profit. All profit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy. And that was my birthday month. So I'm 20 years old. I just turned 20 June 10th, and that's when I had my best month, and it was just past 2 months ago, man, and it's been great.
That's fire. That's fire. Yeah, I've had a month like that in September last year.
Oh yeah.
I did like $63,000 in profit, and I was like, of course it wasn't my biggest, but it was like, it came off of like a big month the month prior.
Exactly.
I was like, damn, that's insane. But it's overall, those are like, it definitely just like it's in the back of your mind whenever you like think about it. So
always,
I definitely relate. When did you get started on TikTok Shop, by the way?
I started probably about 8 months ago.
Oh, whoa, that's actually crazy. I'll give you more information about myself. I basically started TikTok Shop like 3 years ago. It wasn't TikTok Shop in general. It was TikTok Organic. I was doing like drop shipping, and drop shipping led me. I was basically like selling height insoles, and those height insoles led me to basically see some success with TikTok without having to put money down like on ads or anything. So I use basically organic TikTok to basically market my product, and from there I got like. In like my third video, I did like a total of like 6 million views or something along those lines. I remember the next day I went to school, like high school, and like I had like a bunch of my friends. They're like, "Isn't that your backyard?" And like it was pretty funny. But from that video and like that product alone, I've generated like $3,000 to $4,000 in that like 3 days, and because of that reason, I was like, damn, I could do this. And now you basically just went ahead and took advantage of like
Mhm.
other brands because I was in a Discord server. Do you know your first dollar, Jimmy Farley?
My, yes.
Yeah, I was basically in a Discord server of his that was called a collective. They kept rebranding it till this day, but I was in that and I was basically showcasing my wins, and
Oh
when
yeah.
I was showcasing my wins, the other brand owners in that Discord were like, "Yo, this guy knows what he's doing." So then they just gave me opportunities, and until September 2023, that's where I just took off with TikTok Shop, and
Man,
it's just been. Of course, it takes longer than usual, but like that's where I basically built my fundamentals. So 8
exactly.
months, you have
That's
a
great.
long way for yourself to basically just build off that fundamental stuff that you learned in the beginning, and it's just going to be skyrocketing in your expertise.
Exactly,
So,
man. And the opportunities that have came from TikTok Shop are unreal as well. Like it's not just, just posting videos on TikTok. It's, you're getting to really build these relationships with these companies and these brands.
mhm.
And I'm going on the 10th up to New Jersey to film for a like an automotive brand. So it's just like
Damn,
the opportunities,
moving part.
and they're covering all travel expenses. So it's the opportunities that it's not just, TikTok Shop. The opportunities that come from TikTok Shop is unreal.
Damn, yeah. I mean, TikTok Shop. There's a lot of things with like just these brands, man. Like sometimes like people overlook TikTok Shop and they're like, oh, I can make my first $10,000. But there's like sick ass people that you could collaborate with, like especially these
Exactly.
brands. Like they sometimes give you the opportunities that are worth a lot of money, more than the $10,000 you're generating. So it's just
Literally.
like and the people you meet along the journey. Like that's one of
That
the most important things as well. So it's
I've met
definitely like
the
one
best
of the
people
best
through this
parts.
journey, man. Getting to connect with like-minded people, like-minded affiliates that, have the same exact goals as you. And then, you network with them, you connect with them, and it just makes you want to strive for more.
So what you can expect in my coaching program is basically brands that want to work with you and pay you $750 all the way up to $2,000. And you could get more money if you're an already established creator. We have a bunch of course modules, so you could basically go ahead and learn how to become a top level creator. We have a bunch of scripts. We have daily calls, so you can basically go ahead and learn from the content that you're already creating. So we have coaches that will basically go ahead and teach you live on call and show where you're messing up and where you can basically improve. And I will be attending all of those calls. In our system, that I'm going to give you a $2,000 money back guarantee. So if you don't generate $2,000 in 60 days in our program, then I'll basically give you a refund, and I'll also give you out of my own pockets on top of that. So this is risk-free, and we also have contracts in place, so you're secure. But we had Gianna basically land a $2,000 brand deal with commission on top of that. So please go ahead and click the link in the description that includes my Instagram and my Twitter. Send me a direct message with the words brand deals. So if you're interested in our coaching program, then basically go to the link in the description to my application to see if you're an applicable creator, so you could basically work with us. And if we approve you, then you could start immediately. Yeah, for sure. I'd like to ask you this: what type of like research process do you go through when it comes to your products? Like, do you find brands and like you get retainers from the brands, and then basically go ahead and work with those specific brands to create content, or do you work with just brands just out in the TikTok Shop affiliate abyss? How does
So
that work?
I work with, I work with a few brands really hardcore on retainers and stuff, because
Mhm.
that, when you have a product and you're able to really sell it well, you can connect with that brand really well, and you can build a really good relationship with them. So I've got about five. I'm big into the gym niche, supplements, health and wellness, fitness, um, and weight loss stuff like that, weight loss products. And I think that is an amazing niche to be in, for TikTok Shop. And it just there is a lot of brands that I've connected with. I really only work with five super closely, but the way that I find products is and find different angles to promote these products and get these viral videos is I will look the product up on Amazon. and I'll go to Amazon and I'll look through the reviews and I'll find something in the reviews that nobody else has hit on yet on TikTok Shop. And then I'll bring that angle into TikTok. So it's unheard of. And I take the, viral videos that have already been made with that product and then just give it my angle. And if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True, so true. Like when it comes to the structuring of the video as well, like when it comes to like health and supplements, I know most people don't see this, but like for specific brands, like not brands, products, let's say if you're in the gym niche or if you're in the health and supplements,
yes,
then your content is basically a lot more different. So like when it comes to a health product, you're basically going to have to build that authority and actually go ahead and have a really good selling point. But if it's like a, I don't know, shapewear brand where you're basically showcasing like clothing, it's going to be a different structure of a video. So like when it comes to your structuring, like how do you structure your videos, your live streams even? How does that work?
So for videos, the structure that I've found the absolute best to work for me is when you structure your video in a way to give the viewer a vision of what that product will do for them, and you give them a feeling that the product will make them. So like when I'm structuring my videos and I'm making my scripts and stuff like that, I'm really focusing on, okay, what can I say to make this viewer feel an emotion that attracts them to buy? So what I found that works really well is, putting in my, supplement videos and, health and wellness and that type of stuff, I'll almost put like my story, like my POV. So I'll say, I'm 4 weeks into this supplement, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. And every single time that I make a video like that, that gives a vision to the viewer, it pops every single time. So I think really structuring your video in a way to give the viewer a vision, feel, and emotion about how that product will make them feel once they get it, hitting those pain points, generating curiosity, maybe being a little bit controversial as well. I'm very controversial in my videos because, you have that part that hates the controversy, and then you have that other part that actually, that it drives sales. So it's a double whammy. And so I love creating controversy in my videos and that stuff. And then for live streaming, how I find good live stream products is I look for products that have very showable features. So like when I see a product, and I can already tell what that product does, what the features of that product are, I can actually show the product. It becomes so much easier. So I live streamed a lot of this. It's called the AutoSky CarPlay adapter, and it's got the Netflix and YouTube on your screen. And that product works so well because it's so visual. The viewer can see, they're just scrolling on the For You page, and then they see YouTube and Netflix in a car. What is this? They click on it, and then I'm able to create engagement that drives viewers in the live stream by asking questions like, comment down below the make and model of your vehicle, and I will let you know if this will be compatible with your vehicle or not. So those comments drive engagement, which drives viewers. And so I think when you find a product that's very visual, has very visible features, and that's at a very good price point. So I like when I'm doing a live stream, I love to be around the $50 and below price point because I consider that a impulse buy price point. Because they're scrolling and they see the product, and if it's below $50, that's an impulse buy. They might take that and, I'm just going to get this right now. But if it's a little more expensive, they may wait till it's on a better sale or anything. So I really like that, products that are very visual, that have a great flash sale on them, $50 and below, have that impulse price on them. That's what I really look for.
Yeah, for sure. I also think like when it comes to just in general with TikTok Shop, if you go for like a product that's over $100, the likelihood of it converting at like an impulsive purchase type level is very rare when it comes to live streaming in general. So it's like I wouldn't really recommend anything under like even $50 is like pretty high in my case.
Even $50, I agree.
Yeah. So it's like maybe like 30, 20 is 20 is
Yes.
probably like that sweet spot in my experience. But
I agree.
yeah, in general, like what have you seen like as the meta work like in live streaming? Because there's metas all over the board. Like when it comes to like for me, for example, I basically create content that is like over 2 minutes long. That is like that it basically like goes in depth into like a hook, whether it be like a controversial hook, wild statement, explain that statement in the story, explain a story, and then from the story build that authority through like a figure like Joe Rogan or any type
Yes.
of like I don't know, some type of like bodybuilder or someone, a doctor, etc. And then from there, basically CTA to a scarcity CTA that you basically
Yes.
have at the end. But what is the meta on live stream?
So what I do is when I find a product, I click on I click on that product card and I swipe through all of the images that that brand has put up because because in that slideshow, the brand is putting all of those main features, all of those main pain points there. So I scroll through those and I see what's the biggest product feature, what's the biggest product features of this product. What do they want to hit on the most? And then I'll take all of that and put it into my own script. And then I'll also put, some story times, story times in my live stream. So I'll say, I got this for my sister. She absolutely loves it. I'll just give a little bit of credibility and backstory just to make it a little more trustworthy. So if I was promoting like a supplement, like, I did beef tallow for a little bit. And if I was promoting beef tallow, I would do something. I would say something. I would say my script. It's all natural, all of that. And I would say even my sister took it from me. I had to go get a new bottle because my sister took it from me because she started seeing how clear my skin started getting. So I think when you can like give it like be personal, and then also being personal with the viewer. So what I found works best is building a relationship with that viewer. Don't just make them feel like just a regular person. When you make them feel important, give them a shout out after they place an order. That drives people to, it just drives.
I
So I
definitely
think
see that.
being personal is really nice.
Yeah, I definitely see that with like a lot of like live streams because I used to do live streams as well. The way I would basically go about it is like, of course, it wasn't like TikTok Shop live streams, but what I've noticed is like when I was doing live streams, I was getting like thousands of people in the chat, and this is just like me being like a kid like 2-3 years ago, just trying to get as many people into my live streams.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do I get more people in here? And the way I would basically do it is like have like a question as like the photo, and then have people basically trying to answer that question. So as long as you can get people in the chat and like press your live, press your live and actually answer that question and just like keep at trying to answer the question. And I'm like, no, you're wrong. That's not the right answer. And then people are just filling that, and then it's just going to a lot more people. So if you're a creator watching this, go and try to replicate that same model, but on TikTok Shop, and actually have people join the live stream and just watch the content. Because at the end of the day, it's just attention. If you could get all attention, you could convert that attention by doing the right things like scarcity, building stories, and building that authority figure. And then once they do classify you as an authority figure in that space, and they do actually believe what you're talking about, then they're more likely to basically go ahead and make that purchase. Of course, after you showcase a lot of case studies and showcase testimonials of other people actually trusting and using that product, you're definitely going to print. It's just
it's automatic.
Exactly. So it's definitely a process that you have to go through, but you just got to keep going so you can get lucky.
It is. I tell everybody, when you first start live streaming, go into those first 5 to 10 live streams, not expecting to make a single sale. Just sit in there for an hour and a half and just practice, because in China, I saw China makes like $1 billion plus more than the US from live streaming. And so you realize that, and it's like what? There's nothing really different. It's just the only difference is China. They just do more live streams, but it works for them. So why? So you take that, and it's obviously working for them. So go ahead and get really good at live stream, because that is the future. Live stream shopping.
Yeah, I'm
QVC,
telling you, bro.
you know,
You were gonna say?
like brands like QVC just hopped on the TikTok shop. They were already doing live stream shopping already, but TikTok shop is just, and like I said, the best platform. Even, they switched onto it. It's just, I think live stream shopping is very good. So if you can get really good at live streams, it's very automatic. I always tell everybody, live streaming is speed running your first 10K month on TikTok shop.
Yeah,
It's the easiest way
to. I've seen a lot of people basically hit their first 10K, even 20K with like TikTok live stream. So it's easily doable for the average person watching this video. And the funny thing is, it's good that you brought that China thing up. When it comes to China, bro, I saw this one female that was making $21 million by basically swiping the box. Like, the product wasn't even displayed on the screen for 3 seconds. She's just showcasing it and then sliding it. Showcasing another product, sliding it. And apparently from that one live stream, she made $21 million. So it's like live streaming is the next meta. So you should definitely listen to Brody or listen to other people that are talking about live streaming, because it's definitely possible. It's not like it's far-fetched. It's a lot of people are putting up numbers by the tens of thousands, so it's easily doable. But when it comes to like the do you have like a sort of product regimen, like where you basically like do some type of research?
So my best advice for finding products for live streams is I'll go onto Calidata and I'll find products that people are already streaming with but aren't putting in many hours. So it's a winning product. They've got a lot of GMV from that product, but they're not putting in as many, like they're only going live with it for 2 to 3 hours. So I'll take that, I'll figure out when they go live, and I'll go live whenever they're not going live, and I'll take over that product. Because I've already seen it's a winning product. They're just not spending enough time with it. So I'll go and take it over.
That's fine. When it comes to like the amount of products you're working with, because for myself, I'm basically like working with like multiple products over like a few accounts, and I'm just like running through these products, right? So how many products are you promoting all at once? Or is it just one product for a long period of time? Like how are you working that around?
So I've always liked to go off of I call it the 5x15 rule. And so I'll pick out 5 products, and I'll make I'll pick 5 products that I would actually buy myself. And then, because the viewers can see right through you. If you're promoting a product that you don't align with, the viewer can tell right away. So I pick 5 products. I find, 5 products that I would actually buy myself. And then I'll make 15 videos with each of those 5 products. All 15 of those videos have different hooks and then kind of the same body, maybe hitting on different pain points in those videos. But I'll just make 15 different videos, different hooks, kind of the same body, hitting, a little bit of different pain points in those videos. And then I'll take the analytics of those 15 videos, see which ones pop off, which ones got more views, and then I'll go remake that one another 10 times. So that's what I've found to be the best. I've done that, and I'll have, out of the 15, I'll have, 3 videos that hit over 100,000 views. And then I'll take those 3 videos and then remake them another 10 times. And next thing you know, we've got 10 videos that all went viral. Because if it isn't broken, don't fix it.
Exactly. How many videos are you posting on a daily basis?
I try to post about 10 on each account.
That's fire.
I try to post. I think the minimum is 5 that you should post. I think for everybody watching this, look, if you treat TikTok Shop like a 9 to 5, it's going to pay like a 9 to 5, but even more, 10 times more, 20. Like, if that's you treat TikTok, you know what I'm saying? You're going to make a lot more money than you would have ever at your job, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you really, take action and tell yourself, I'm going to do this, and spend time on it, the results will come. I always tell everybody, focus on the process and not the result. Be process oriented versus results oriented, because when you just focus on the results are just going to keep running away from you. But when you focus on the process and you're process driven and you just focus on what you got to do, focus on the input, the output is always going to come.
Yeah, for sure. Talk about 9 to 5s. What did you do before TikTok?
So before TikTok, I was door dashing and I had a lawn care company. So I was working blue collar and I was also door dashing, man. And the reason that I started TikTok Shop, I was just scrolling on TikTok in my bed, and I saw a video of this kid making like 15 grand in a month from TikTok Shop. And that exact night, I took action. That exact night, because if you guys have a vision and that you think is going to work, take action right away. Because if you don't, all you're going to keep on doing is overthinking about it, and it's just going to drive you farther away from taking action. So when you get a sign, take action and start immediately.
I definitely do believe in that, man. Because for myself, I was working at like a family business. Maybe scratching by maybe $500 a month.
Oh yeah, I was making $10 an hour. I was also working at this sports facility called Rise Indoor Sports, and I was working parking. I worked at 6 a.m. 6 to 2 p.m. 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Outside in the parking lots, you know, having people pay ticket admissions, and I was also working the concession stand. And for $10 an hour, it was $9 an hour, but I got a raise to $10 an hour. And it's just like I tell everybody, if you're not making at least $30 an hour at your job, stop and go and do TikTok Shop, go on live stream, because if you have a winning product and you have a winning script, you will make the minimum $30 an hour, like minimum. Yeah. Like I said, at least, $100 to $150 an hour with TikTok live streaming.
I'm telling you, there's probably at least like 100,000 affiliates making like at least more than $1,000.
I agree.
On TikTok Shop. So it's like, if you put that number, maybe it's even more than that, because I've seen a bunch of data metrics from TikTok Shop that has been released. That was, I think, a lot crazier than that. And like, when it comes to TikTok, bro, crunch those numbers down and be like, am I able to achieve this? You see everyone in their money. If you just give yourself maybe 90 days up to 180 days, and if you don't see any success, then quit. Find something else to do.
Yes.
But you should go ahead and do TikTok Shop and post minimum 5 times per day, and you're definitely going to see some type of result. You'll get maybe 3-4 sales over that 90 days to 180 days, but that would still prove to you that you can actually make money from this.
It still shows you that it works.
Exactly.
The biggest advice that I have is, like I was saying, promote products that align with you. So if you watching this video right now, you have something about you that makes you unique, that nobody else has. It could be a weight loss transformation. You have, even you just having facial hair, you having a hair transformation, anything. You watching this video, you have something unique about you that nobody else has, and you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Like, for example, I was basically promoting a black seed oil company just because my hair, I was like losing hair follicles. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I got onto this black seed oil, and I was using like other stuff to basically treat my hair. But it was basically resonating with the viewership, because there's a lot of Middle Eastern people that have a lot of hair, but they're losing hairs by the second. So it's like, it just basically ties both of them together. And just because it's realistic, I have a lot of hair naturally, and I'm only 19. So
and then that also adds credibility.
Exactly.
So much credibility and trust in the video as well, which drives so much more sales.
Exactly. So go ahead and create content for the products that you think you resonate with. Not even think. You know that you resonate with. And
that you would literally buy yourself.
Exactly. So go ahead and promote the products that you think are going to actually work for other people and that you would buy for yourself, like Brody said. So I think overall, if you gain anything from this, you should basically go ahead and at least try TikTok Shop for 90 days. You don't have to buy a course. You don't have to do anything. Just watch YouTube videos. There's so much free content out there.
There's so much free information out here. Even from this video, you should so much free game from this video.
Exactly. So go ahead and take that information and piece it together. and then use it. You don't have to pay a single dime. Use your time as your biggest priority, and then go after it. And in that 90 days period, if you don't get a single sale, then that's I guess I can't really say much about that. I mean, that's.
But I will tell you, you will make a sale in those 90 days.
Yeah, I would definitely say that you would make a sale, but there are some people that have low skill issue. Maybe they don't understand. Like maybe they're not the brightest person under the sun. So it's like sometimes I do give like an excuse for those people.
Yeah.
But still, if you're a normal person that actually has a brain that is above the IQ of 60, which most of everyone is, you could easily take advantage of this opportunity and actually make at least one sale over a 90-day period. You got this. I don't think there's nothing stopping you but you. You just got to put
nothing stopping you but you. I love that, man. And the thing is, there's no upfront capital. Anyone you can literally do this right. Like after you watch this video, you can literally go and start doing this right now.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this too. And like I said, anyone can do it. There's no upfront cost. That's what's great about it.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's like you don't have to really like worry about anything but posting at least 5 times per day. That's all you have to worry about. Someone like myself, I'm from Canada and I still have access to TikTok Shop. That means I want it more than you. And if you want it as much as you can breathe, then I don't think no one's stopping you. Like you could get whatever the heck you want. It's just you want to at least want it as much as you breathe. And if you want it that much, it's.
And if you're watching this, anyone who is even watching this video right now, just the fact that you're watching this video right now just shows you that you can do this, that you can take action, that you're motivated enough to even watch this video. So take that and run with it, man.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do think a lot of people have just an issue of wanting it bad enough. So
yes,
at the end of the day, you can't really convince people to get out of their situation. It's just they gotta basically do it themselves. And
I made a video the other day talking about you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
Exactly. So it's just if you don't want it, that's you, man. Like if I were to basically, I always use this situation. If someone pulled a gun towards the head of your family, and that person told you that you needed to make $1,000 in the next 30 days, you're going to make that $1,000 some way, somehow.
No question.
So it's like, and 1,000 is a small metric, but you can definitely pull it out all the way up to 10,000, 100,000, and you will get the job done without a doubt. So you could easily basically put yourself in a position like that. Of course, I'm not saying, I'm not really saying to go in that situation and actually do it, but I'm saying just in an illusion. Like Gary Vee said it the best. He's like, I just thought about that. I was thinking about that every single day, and that's what really got me to get up and grind and get out of the bed and start moving. Because when he starts moving, then that's when he can get stuff done. So
being delusional, man.
It's just your brain is your worst enemy. So you gotta really just have yourself not listen to it, but just keep it in the back burner. Just keep going. That's my best advice for anyone starting up when it comes to just.
And my best advice is to be as delusional as you possibly can. Don't care what anybody else is going to think of you. Do it because you want to do it and you want to provide for your family or your friends or just for yourself. And be delusional. I'll tell you this. When I started TikTok Shop and I had 0 sales, I knew deep down that I was going to make it 5 figures a month from TikTok Shop. I just knew it. There was nothing else that was I had it written all over my wall. I will. And then next thing you know, I did. And now it's just consistent from here on out. So it's just be delusional.
And a lot of people really do, do you have a vision board by any chance?
I do.
Exactly. The law of manifestation is so powerful because before this, 2-3 years ago, I had I still do, it's right there. And I basically had vision board, and that vision board was for me to make over $200,000 in the bank account by the age of 19.
Yes.
And I surpassed that by a lot. And I was basically like, it's right on the door. So I'm walking by it and I'm always seeing it. So for me to basically go by that every single day, sleep with it, look at it, that basically triggers in your subconscious to basically go ahead and achieve that. That's what I've noticed. At that time, when I did create that vision board, I was clueless. I had no clue what I was going to do. I was thinking about dropshipping. I was thinking about TikTok. I was thinking about a bunch of other things, like theme pages, NFTs, crypto. I was thinking about all those things. But at the end of the day, I was like just confused. But it just aligned me into a path, and just somehow I got into this position where I'm now doing TikTok shop. So it's just, you gotta create your life. You gotta act like you're $1 million, walk like you're $1 million, talk like you're, and it will come to fruition over time. You just gotta believe in that cycle. So that's, a law of manifestation is very powerful.
And I think a big reason as well is, you know, my relationship with the Lord, and having my, like, being able to, like, him keeping me motivated. And you watching this video are so powerful, and the Lord is so powerful as well. And, you know, when you work together, big things happen.
The God is first, and then your family, and then your business.
Yes.
You got to basically like align, and actually, like, even if you're an atheist, as like, you need the spirituality aspect of it as well. Like, don't think that, oh, law of manifestation, I did use it, but I also did pray like every single day. You can't really like just ignore God, because I know a lot of people that ignore God for a few years and then they get back into it after they get rich or get what they desired. But that's because they needed God in their most down bad moment, even when they were rich. So
I'll go ahead and tell the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give a personal story. So in January, you know, I was at college, and I was letting, you know, the money get to my head a little bit too much, and I was focusing on that more than I was focusing on my relationship with the Lord and stuff like that. And then he took everything away. I'm not literally everything, but, you know, he showed me that, you know, without me, this is not this, you know, and it just goes to show that, you know, focus on self-improvement, focus on your relationship with the Lord, and he will guide you and bring you those results.
Sure, I definitely agree with that. And I'm a testament, and you're a testament for this as well. So
exactly.
There's no good without bad, and there's no bad without good. So,
and we're just two regular people. We are you watching this video right now. We are the same as you. We were in the same position as you were. The only difference is that we took action.
Exactly. And I think that's a really good, positive message to spread out there. And I think it's a good message that everyone should at least hear. You don't have to take it. At least hear us out, because we're just two random people. Exactly. You're from buttfuck wherever, and I'm from buttfuck wherever. So it's just like you just gotta, you know. I feel like, I don't know. There's nothing different about you. There's nothing different about me. We're just random people. We're just grinding on the path, and we're just our heads down, and we're working on our craft. And that's all it is to it. Yeah. Okay, that's a beautiful message to leave people out with. Where can people find you, Brody?
So you can find me at BrodySmith.5, BRODIE Smith.5 on Instagram, or Brody Smith Official on TikTok.
Leave everything out in the description, so you guys can go ahead and link up with Brody and ask him any questions if you want. But other than that, it's been a pleasure having you on the podcast.
A pleasure, man.
Brody.
Thank you for having me.
Take care, guys. Yeah, no worries. My pleasure.
Go take action, guys.